Hey, what's going on YouTube? My name is Arden Studios and welcome back to another YouTube video. And guys, in today's YouTube video, I am going to not be playing All-Star Tower Defense, but Bee Swarm Simulator once again. So it has been almost a year since I made my last Bee Swarm Simulator video, but I just had to because Beesmas has come around again this time of year. I know this is not really going to appeal to my general YouTube audience. This is probably going to be for a completely different group of people, and I'm entirely okay with that. So I hope that whoever finds this video gets some help out of it, and let's get straight into it. But first, I just want to wish everybody a very Merry Christmas. I know that obviously Christmas is definitely about having a good time spending it with family, guys, and I just hope that everybody's able to have a great time with the people they care about. But with that being said, let's now get into the main point of today's video. I am going to be running through every single brand new Beesmas 2022 Part 1 ornament quest that's been released and giving you guys tips and tricks on how to complete every single quest. So I am going to start from the easiest ones to the hardest ones, so maybe you need to skip around a little in the video to get to quests you want. I have not actually even read through most of these quests. I just woke up, just claimed these quests, and now I'm going to be going through all of them and giving you guys my best tips and tricks, or basically just the general ways of how to complete each of these. From what I've seen, a lot of this is gonna have to do with Robo, but yeah, let's go ahead and get straight into it. So first things first, Blackbears honey wreath. To complete Blackbears honey wreath, you need to collect 1,000 white pollen and make 1,000 honey. Those are just self-explanatory. You just gotta do it. Go into a white field, make honey. Now, to collect 3 sunflower seed tokens, the fastest way to do this, in my opinion, is simply going to be going into sunflower feed. Of course, you could just do a sprout, but if you just grind in the sunflower seed field for even a few seconds, you'll already see sunflower tokens start to pop up out of the ground. So there you go. I've already gotten 2 now, and all you really got to do is walk around sunflower field for a bit, and now I've gotten all 3. Now, collecting 3 snowflake tokens should not be hard at all. As you can see, during Beesmas, they will just spawn randomly just like that. So basically, all you gotta do is look around in the sky, snowflake tokens will fall and you can pick them up, and then using 3 snowflakes is really self-explanatory, guys. All you're gonna do is find them inside of your inventory. Let's see if we can find them here. Let me actually see, right here. And yeah, you're just gonna wanna go ahead and use those snowflakes that you picked up. Now, I am going to go a little faster on the other quests, but that is basically the easiest way to complete Blackbears honey wreath. So as you can see, we've got all our ingredients. We got the honey wreath. It will give us some special conversion every 30 seconds. We're starting to look festive. Merry Beesmas. Alright, so next quest on the list is going to be Mother Bear's Gingerbread house. Make 5,000 honey, self-explanatory. Collect 100 goo. You're definitely going to want to go ahead and use gumdrops. I'm only going to explain this quest assuming you're new to the game, because if you're not new to the game, then I don't really see why you'd be struggling with it. So for new players, just know that there are gumdrops you can collect around the map, and goo will just appear if a pro is kind of in your server or they have gummy bee. The best way to collect 100 goo, it's really not hard. You just gotta kind of make sure that you have a gummy bee or gumdrops used. Now, collect 10 treats. Should not be too big of a challenge. The best way to get treat tokens is honestly by doing various different things. If you have a cub buddy, it's just gonna randomly make them, which is a really big benefit. But other than that, you're probably gonna have to go ahead and focus a little on doing bosses, things like tunnel bears, basically anything to get you treat tokens, which can kind of vary. Collecting 5 strawberries, do what you do with sunflowers, go into the strawberry field. Collecting 1 gumdrop, it's mainly just make sure you're defeating enemies. I don't really know any better tips than that, because enemies are gonna be the main thing that are dropping things like those. Sharing a jelly bean token, obviously you have to have jelly beans, which again, killing enemies, doing bug runs, and you're gonna have to find someone in your lobby who's actually gonna pick them up, so you can't be doing something like that in just a private server. And so now, if we move on to the next quest, Panda Bear Snow Bear. So you need to collect 25 snowflake tokens. That should not be hard at all. After you've collected 25 snowflake tokens, you need to collect 25 battle tokens. This is, again, not hard at all. Your bees will create them. Battle tokens are things like haste, rage, things of that sort. Defeating 3 vicious bees is actually going to be a little bit of a challenge. Now, the only reason why is mainly just going to be because, of course, finding vicious bee can take a bit of time. So, as you can see, it's nighttime right now, guys. That is honestly the best time to look for a vicious bee. You can just go around to the different fields that may have a vicious bee in them, and that would be honestly the best way to go about it. So the reason I'm actually collecting these fireflies currently is for something else, which you'll see in a second. It's because we need them for a science bear quest, but the last thing on the panda bear list is to defeat spiders, which again, you just gotta go and do it. So make sure that you're getting those spiders every 30 minutes. Now, let's go ahead and actually quickly do that, because that's a very good reminder. Next up, brown bear stockings. Collecting 8,000 palm from the mushroom and blue flower field is exactly what it seems, but collecting 25 tokens from ladybugs, there's again not actually much you can do about that other than just knowing how to bug run. So you're going to want to go straight down to the ladybug field first. If you want to get that first ladybug kill, mine's already dead. Oh, no it isn't. Okay, never mind, it was. Oh shoot, I read that wrong. You want to collect 25 tokens from ladybugs. Okay, that's much easier, guys. All you really got to do is kind of just wait. You see, I killed this ladybug, and yeah, you're gonna get 5 tokens per ladybug, so that is not going to be a challenge at all. You're basically just gonna want to go to strawberry, mushroom, and cloverfield. Now, using 1 field dice, you actually have to get a field dice. That is again pretty self-explanatory. And you're probably going to have a lot of field dice just from things like killing enemies and bug runs. So mainly having a lot of good items is a key part of Beesmas. To use a microconverter, you are just going to have to get that as an item. Now, if you actually get the stockings, then you can get microconverters. But in terms of like what else you have to do for getting microconverters, coconut crab, mondo chick, things of that sort, memory match, they're all ways to get them. Science Bear's Beesmas lights. Collecting 11 tokens from Windy Bee is a little bit challenging. Now, some ways to increase the chances of you getting a Windy Bee to be summoned once you donate to the Wind Shrine include donating things like a star jelly. I've also seen like glitter's a great way to do it, honestly. Mainly items that have like a white association get you Windy Bees. So getting 11 tokens from Windy Bee should not be too challenging at all. Now, 11 tokens from Fireflies is honestly probably going to be the most tedious part of this quest, because you have to wait for it to be nighttime, go to the firefly rings around the map, and actually get fireflies. But everything else is self-explanatory. Converting pollen at the hive, you just do that in your bag, and to get a red and blue extract, killing enemies, crafting them, those are all kind of ways to go about it. So while I fight this Windy Bee, let's go over the next quest requirement. Next up is going to be Bucko Bee's Snow Machine. Now, this is where we get into some later game territory, so I'm going to get more in-depth involved with these quests. 50 million blue pollen. Of course, I can't help you guys with pollen requirements. You guys already know how that works. 8 hours of comforting nectar. So in order to get comforting nectar, it is only going to be something you can acquire from certain fields, which I'll actually quickly pull up my reference sheet just to make sure I know which fields those are. So to get comforting nectar for Bucko, you're going to want to place a planter in dandelion field, bamboo field, or the pine tree forest field. These are going to be the only fields that you can get it from. If you guys don't know how nectar works, either watch my tutorial video, but if you want a brief summary, essentially you get different nectar quantities from planters based off which field you plant them in. So, I'm going to go ahead and actually quickly do that for myself. Other than getting that, popping 2,000 bubbles is honestly something where if you have a friend who has a lot of like frog bees, it'll help you out, but obviously having a blue hive is also going to support you a ton in doing this. Using 250 snowflakes is actually quite the challenge. Now, you actually have to acquire 250 snowflakes, obviously that's one aspect. Additionally though, if you actually want to quickly get them used like faster, you can put them inside of your hotbar. So for now, I'll just get rid of magic beans, and you can just auto snowflakes. That's actually something you can do. So just letting you guys know that for reference. Now, the next quest on, and then finally defeating 25 mosquitoes. You can fight this enemy from the Robo Bear challenge, meaning you need a Robo Bear pass. Now, if you want to do the Robo Bear challenge, you first and foremost have to actually reactivate Robo Bear by doing the preliminary quest, which is repairing Robo Bear. But once you've done that, you have to go over to the 30B zone right here, and if you look to your left, this is where the Robo challenge dispenser is. You can get a free pass once a day, or you can buy one for 50 tickets. But that is going to be the main way to do it. Mosquitoes will spawn during the Robo challenge. Next up, we've got Riley Bee's Honey Day Candles. Defeating 10 fire ants is something you do in the ant challenge. Collecting 100 soft waxes is something you acquire from either planters or other means. Spawning 1,000 flames will require different fire bees that do the sort. And then to unlock invigorating nectar, you want to have a planter placed in either the, let me pull it up, clover field, cactus field, mountaintop field, or pepper patch field. Polar Bears quest is going to be on the easier side. Collecting 75 pineapples can be done with sprouts. Bitter berries can be acquired in multiple ways. Now, I'm pretty sure the best way to go about it is doing Mondo Chick, if I remember correctly. And other than that, for the actual polar bear quest, sorry guys, I had a recording glitch. Other than that, all you really want to do is, yeah, all of this is self-explanatory. Mushrooms will spawn on the 15th and 45th minute of every hour. So yeah, that is going to be it for the quest for polar bear. Now, next up on its quest, all of this is just doing the Robo Bear challenge, guys. I won't even lie to you. So obviously it is going to say something about collecting, like, oh wait, I need to get this planner. And it gave me a mushroom, let's go. So all of this quest is basically just going to be getting inspire tokens, which you get by having a lot of gifted bees. And other than that, it's mainly just going to be focused on actually completing the Robo challenge. A lot of it is going to be using cogs to reroll and do different things. If you don't understand how the Robo challenge works, that's a whole different game. So honestly, I might try to make a video explaining the Robo challenge, but a lot of YouTubers already have guides out there if you guys are really curious about the Robo challenge. And yeah, that is basically all going to be Robo challenge. For the Samovar, it's just planters, okay? Collecting the blue pollen is self-explanatory. Everything else is all planter related for the Samovar quest. So all you really need to do is you need to plant any planter anywhere and collect 25 tokens from it and get 2 hours of nectar from it, other than obviously the worst planter. If you are actually going to fully complete the quest though, you do need to do a rare puff shroom as well, which again is not too hard. As you can see, this is what a rare puff shroom looks like. I've got one in the spider field right now, so we are just going to quickly do that as well. Overall, Dapper Bears quest is honestly super easy. And then last but not least, we are going to go back to Stickbugs quest. I just remembered I skipped over it. So for the Stickbug quest, what you're going to need to do, it's all battle based. First of all, you need to do the Stickbug challenge a lot to get 250 tokens from Stickbug, and then to get another 200 tokens from the defense totems, and then the rest of it is all just doing a ton, and I mean a ton, of the Robo Bear challenge, okay? So 50 Mega Mech Squidos, for those of you that don't know, is a hefty amount. So it is going to be very, very Robo Bear challenge based. As you do the Robo challenge, those enemies will spawn, and you are just going to want to continue to try and kill them. That is going to be the main goal. But overall, guys, that being said, that is going to be every Beesmas quest summarized and showed off. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video and it helped some of you out. And if you guys want a Robo Bear challenge video, just let me know down below. I'll see you all later, and peace.